So Isaac Newton was an English mathematician, physicist, and astronomer. Newton's theories of colors, calculus, and celestial mechanics helped to revolutionize modern science and mathematics. He also developed three laws of motion, which helped him to determine that the planet's orbits were ellipses rather than just circles. All right, now I'm actually going to read the poem. Born and raised in Woolsthorpe on January 4th, became a young boy who always wanted to go north. His name was Isaac Newton, and he grew up on a farm with his grandmother taking care of him and doing no harm. His dad had died a few months before he was born, but Isaac didn't stop for anything to mourn. He tried to follow in his footsteps and become a farmer, but he failed at that and it pushed him to go harder. Isaac was determined, so he enrolled in school at the King's School in Grantham, where he was oh so cool. He then enrolled at Cambridge's Trinity College, where he learned the ropes of physics and gained his knowledge. The bubonic plague forced Cambridge to close, and Newton returned back to the home he knows. One day when he was sitting by a tree, he was studying the way that nature moved free. Newton watched an apple fall straight down from above, slowly and gracefully, just like a dove. He noticed that it fell straight down on the ground so weary, which gave him the idea of the gravitational theory.
Newton came up with the laws of motion to explain that orbits are ellipses, and that's the notion. He put away the information for nearly 10 years until his friend saw it all and wanted to hear. He convinced Isaac to retain the information and wrote a book so that he could show it to the nation. He called it the Philosophiae Naturalis Principia Mathematica, where he explained gravity with perfect grammatica. To go along with his incredible study of calculus, Newton's book gave people a gift of gratefulness. Isaac decided before to make a reflecting telescope so he could get a clearer view just like a microscope. He showed his incredible worth to the Royal Society, and he was met with appreciation and prosperity. The point of the telescope was to see a clearer picture so that the telescopes could be used by the richer. Soon after this, he published his notes on color, describing his research on optics like a scholar. He laid the path for others' experiments in a scientific manner, and his work led to breakthroughs in optics like a spammer.
The book was called Optics, one of the great works in science, gave the visible spectrum a sense of defiance. Following the writing of his new printable book, where he gives gravity a whole new meaning and outlook, Newton is appointed Warden of the Mint, where he moved to London in a dead sprint. He then became the master of the mint who issued currency and oversaw the replacement of currency for the courtesy. Isaac Newton died in 727 with an incredible resume and a happy life in heaven. He had stunning accomplishments that revolutionized the science world and developed theories that would stay with him through the afterworld. He invented the reflecting telescope to see a clever image and proposed the new history of light and color, and made it vintage. He made the incredible discovery of calculus by studying gravity and devised laws of universal gravitation that showed no depravity. He also advanced modern chemistry by writing the optics and developed three laws of motion to defy logics. He studied everything down to the last motion. No one will forget the legacy of Isaac Newton.